Hi friends! Welcome to my very last read aloud for this year. Today I'm going to be reading this book called Mrs. Spitzer's Garden. And I got this book a couple years ago from Mrs. Montgomery, who is a third grade teacher. So I was a student teacher in her classroom, and she got it for me at the very end because it has a very wonderful meaning that represents the end of the school year and the beginning of a new one. So as I'm reading, just pay attention to what's going on in the story and how it can represent what we're going through right now. I'm in here, and this is my third grade classroom. It looks a lot different than the second grade one at Ellsworth. And this is Mrs. Schilling. Mrs. Schilling is a reading club teacher at McDowell, and she will be at the middle school with you guys next year. So that's very exciting. She's one of my very best friends, and you're going to love her if you are in reading club. Mrs. Spitzer is a teacher. She is in room 108 at Tremont Elementary School. Inside room 108 are 6 tables, 4 circles, and 2 rectangles. There is a rug in one corner with real hopscotch squares and checkerboards woven in bright colors. There's also a size chart, a birthday chart, a gerbil in a cage, a housekeeping and dress-up corner, a row of 22 pegs for coats and backpacks, and in another corner, Mrs. Spitzer's desk. Looks like a fun classroom. At the end of summer, Mr. Merrick, the principal, walks down the hall to Mrs. Spitzer's room and gives her a packet of seeds. Mrs. Spitzer consults her calendar and plans her daily schedule. She checks her tools. She makes sure the soil is right, light and well drained with plenty of room for sprouting. Then Mrs. Spitzer plants the seeds. She waters them, feeds them, and makes sure they get plenty of sun. The seeds begin to sprout. As the plants grow, Mrs. Spitzer watches them closely. She checks daily for weeds and pests. She knows that different plants need different things and that each plant has its own shape. Some of the plants grow quickly, pushing upward, eager and impatient. Some grow more slowly, unfolding themselves bit by bit. Some plants sprout thin and tall. Some are bushy and wide-spreading. Some are bold and showy. They are brightly colored, saying, "Look at me." Some are silvery and quiet, the color of the earth. A few are like wildflowers and will grow anywhere you put them, and some need gentle care, a special watching over. As the seasons change, Mrs. Spitzer tends her garden. And then the year is over and her job is done. But the plants will keep growing, uncurling their stems, stretching their leaves outward, and showing their faces to the sun. Mrs. Spitzer puts away her tools, her daily calendar, and her plan book. Soon another year will start, and Mr. Merrick will once again walk down the hall with a packet of seeds for Mrs. Spitzer. She will dust off all her tools and till the soil. And a new garden will begin. So if you noticed in this book, the plants and the flowers are representations of you, my students, because at the beginning of every year we get a new batch of these seeds that we water and we tend to and we help them grow. And then at the end of the year, you keep growing and you move on to another garden or another classroom or another teacher. But I am so lucky that I got to be your reading club teacher this year. I have loved working with every single one of you so very much, and you have no idea how much I miss you right now, how much I'm going to miss you, and seeing your faces on Zoom and seeing all the wonderful things that you've been up to. But it's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. I hope everyone has a wonderful summer, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.